All right, Tigers, we're racking them and stacking them. Second spirit run in the still, and it's only the second day back. Fucking hell, look at me go. There is still one first happening. First mash of the year, baby. So we're going to get some hot water in this fat bitch. And then our grain can go in. We got the corn. Old man's doing the barley. I'll go and grab some rye. And we can get into a mash. Yeah, baby. So that's a mash on. We've got corn, rye, and malted barley sitting in the mash tun in that hot water. So what's happening is starches are getting converted into fermentable sugars. This is going to take about 90 minutes. We're just going to keep stirring it up probably every 15 minutes or so. Yeah, hopefully we get a good run. First mash of the year, so let's go. And to give us a bit of texture in that grain bed, just so we can actually drain this shit, because all that grain in there tends to turn into a big fucking sponge that won't let anything through. Bit of rice hulls. That just gives it some nice texture. All right, someone just asked about the volume through the mash tun. So we're starting with 300 litres. That's what is going to go to our fermenter. So we'll ferment that 300 litres. That gets a first run through the still. That becomes low wines. So that 300 then becomes around about 90 litres. Then it will go through a second time to become new make spirits. So from that 90 litres of low wines, you end up with about 30 litres of good new make spirit to go in barrels. Hope that clears that up, buddy. I got those 4 little barrels I showed you, but there's a little something missing, so we're going to have to sort that out. Get our stencil on there, line him up with the top bung, nice and straight. Then just hit it with the good old pressure pack. This is a two-handed job, so excuse me for a minute. And just like that, Dunsky. And no, the paint doesn't leach into the wood. It's a fucking very light coating right on the very top of that timber. It's not going to penetrate anywhere near deep enough to get inside that barrel. This is why we do the hot water. So he sat around for a little while. Then we've had it re-shaved and charred. But the timber's obviously dried out enough that's just letting a few leaks happen. So that sits there with a couple of hours hot water in it. That'll just swell back up nicely, seal all those leaks up. We won't have a problem. If you could fall over just for the content, that'd be great. I need the views. Oh, come on. All right, little bits of sediment in your bottle. No, Tiger, nothing wrong with that at all. What you are looking at, if I can get this to flip, is flock. Now in there, you can see that stuff. I'll hold it up for you. Oh, the camera just doesn't do it. There it is. There you go. Just fats and proteins that are falling out of suspension, buddy. Nothing wrong with it at all. That stuff is flavour, mate. That's money right there. Just shake it up. It'll go back through your whiskey. Pour yourself a drink. Full of flavour, full of texture, full of mouthfeel. Do not get rid of it. Right, she's coming out. Let's get all that sugary goodness. Get some yeast in there and get into a fermenter. How's that for a sugar test? Oh, it's like glue. We're pumping. We've got work going to the fermenter. Number 1. We're flowing out of the mash tun. Just started sparging. Things are actually going to plan. Fuck yeah. And on top of that, we're right on that tails cut. We've got a heap of heart spirit in there from this run. Just getting close. So I'm jug on at the moment. So I can just check litre by litre sort of thing how we're going. Try and hone in right on that cut point, but you know, if we go a bit past it, no big deal. That's why the jug's there. Look at that, filled up, ready to go on the rack. Now, before everyone gets asking, so what happened over on the Patreon, just for a bit of fun, did a heap of polls. So everyone got to have their say on everything from the spirit to the barrel type, the ratio of grains. So yeah, that barrel has come about through those polls, through everyone having a say. We ended up with a barrel created by the Patreon. So that is what that's all about. Right, school's in. Refractometer. This replaces beer hydrometer. So it's simple as get a sample. Get a sample. Good if you could fucking see. Close the little cap. No air bubbles. Sweet. Look through the lens. And as we're getting towards the end, this will be lower than it was at the start, but oh, come on, baby. Just under 1055. So same reading as SG on your beer hydrometer. You got the fucking life, don't you? You just sit back and relax, mate. Let the rest of us worry. Oh no, don't exert yourself. Jesus, don't do too much. Had a bit on, guys. Filled this bad boy up. We've done a mash, cleaned up. That's in the fermenter. Spirit runs all finished by the washing up. Yeasty boys should be getting cracking on that shortly. What a day.